Today on In the Woodyard, we're going to talk about how Ken pays his rent for his property that he basically leases by paying for it with firewood. Here we go.
Gotta take care of the landlord.
Okay.
Gotta take care of the landlords. Hey, my tractor's right over there.
Oh, so you got it in a shelter now. Nice.
Well,
kinda.
I like to park it in here and I can plug it in, but it's full of wood right now.
Yeah.
So this is some of that same wood you seen in that other video, the pieces laying out in the field. I said these are the leftovers. That's what this looked like.
So you got all your odd-sized chunks and cookies and some bigger stuff.
Well, see, a lot of that stuff, that's another stuff I got for free. It was cut-offs from the sawmill where like they get a log that comes in and say it's a 12-foot log. In the first 10 feet of it's veneer and there's a knot or something on the end. They'll cut that 2 feet off because that 10-foot veneer log is worth more than the #1 log.
Right.
So they had all these chunks laying around. They said, can you come clean these up for us? I spent 3 days with my tractor and my dump trailer. I hauled for 3 days.
So how much wood did you get?
It was a lot. Well, here it is. And there's still more out in that field.
Right.
But a lot of it's like this big, too big. He's got a vertical splitter.
Right.
It's too big for the splitter.
Oh, yeah.
So we just cut it just enough so he can get it underneath the vertical splitter.
Right.
So you always end up with these odds and ends.
And he's got a boiler that he heats his shop and his house with.
Yeah, the shop and the house. He goes through a lot of wood.
And that's a big boiler.
Yeah. I always throw a chunk in when I'm here, just because. Phew, smoking nice. Yeah, so this pig here eats a lot of wood.
How much do you think he goes through?
That pile there will not be enough for the winter.
How much does he go through in a year?
I would not be surprised. Well, a lot of it too depends on the quality of wood. Is it all good hard maple and oak, or is it junk wood, which I give him?
Punky stuff, yeah.
The junk, it takes twice as much.
Yeah.
But when I'm cutting down there at the end of the day, all my junk I throw aside. Like I said, I call it Toddwood. I throw Toddwood aside. And when I drive up here with the tractor, I bring a bucket. And I throw some in there, and I throw the rest over there. That's what I threw out there last night. This little stuff on the ground here, this is yesterday's. So you can see, okay, like these here, it's a square block. But you look at it, it's all punk. I can't sell that to nobody.
Here too. There's some good stuff on the inside.
You got some good stuff on the inner side, but the outside is junk.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not worth messing with
And I
it.
could split this down and take this little piece.
Right.
I got to pay my rent.
Yeah.
Toddwood.
Yeah, here's another one.
So here, this is the same stuff right here. See?
Yeah.
This is good stuff here. You got some spalding here.
Yeah, a lot of spalting. Oh, look at this here. This woodworkers are going nuts over this one.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in
Look
there.
at that. That's cool.
Yeah, we burn lots of that.
But the thing is, a lot of people don't realize to get this cool spalting like that,
it takes years,
and it starts rotting too.
Well, that's what this is. This is starting to rot.
Right. A whole bunch of it here that looks really nice.
I got to go start the tractor.
All right. Yeah, this one here is real punky. This one you can see all these here. But in a boiler, it will burn. But if you're selling to people that are paying you for wood, they don't want to pay for that kind of stuff. They want solid wood, so it's doing the right thing. So for those of you that burn wood and sell wood, you keep the junk for yourself and sell this kind of stuff. I mean, keep this stuff for yourself and sell the good stuff.
Well, for the guys that were watching this last winter, we were cutting right here.
Yeah, that was right here, yeah.
Right here, and we filled this shed last winter. That was like in February.
And he burned all that.
So we're way ahead of last year, because it's not even December yet. It's going to be December in, what, a couple days?
Yeah, one day.
So I'm so happy we're this far ahead.
Look at this here. You got some curly stuff here.
That's curly oak there.
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
No, that one log that had a big flare on it. It was a huge flare. When I cut into it with the splitter, it's got some really cool. You see all kinds of that if you only knew what was there before you split it.
Right. So people have asked me about curly maple and curly stuff. Some people say it's from the pressure of the tree coming down. Some people say it's a disease. Some people say it's a defect.
Yeah.
Well, I went online trying to research it.
What's it say?
The experts don't know.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. So,
well, that log
people
over
think
there.
They know, but the experts say, nope, we don't know.
Another thing that I didn't put on that list where that logging job is, where I got to cut that driveway out, we
Yeah.
drive right by my buddy's house. And he's the one that sawed that white pine lumber for me. He said he'd saw that log for me.
Oh.
So when he said, you guys want to do a video, no problem.
Yeah.
So that's a whole other thing we can do in the next few days.
Yeah, yeah.
But I wanted to go to the logging job and stop at his house to make sure he
Right.
was going to be home, because he can saw that log in about 15 minutes. It's done.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And I am not going to cut that log up for firewood.
No, no. I get asked that.
It might be firewood after we saw it, but
Right,
you don't
right.
know. But
And I get asked that all the time from people that watch the channel, like, oh, it's such a shame that you made firewood out of that. That'd have been a great log. Yeah, but I sell firewood.
Yep.
And for what it would take me to dink around trying to haul it and get it to someone,
Right.
and I don't need the wood. So
well, that's the thing. Once I saw that lumber, what am I going to do with it? Unless I can find somebody that's going to pay me for that lumber,
we'll store it in a shed for 10 years and then burn it.
Exactly.
Or give it away.
I got piles of lumber in my garage. I got no room in my garage because I got lumber in there because you can't leave it outside. And
Yeah, that's why some people that do sawing, like what's his name? Can't think of it. You guys will tell me. Iron and Oak.
Iron and oak guy, yeah.
Can't think of his name. Anyway, sorry, I couldn't remember your name. But he does both. He sells firewood and he saws stuff and sells it. So he does some really cool stuff.
Well, the thing is, you need about 10 buildings like that and like that.
Yeah,
You got to keep that lumber covered. You can't let it outside.
No.
I mean, I got that stuff over there covered real good for the winter.
right.
But the plan with that white pine is I'm probably going to build my wife a she shed for the garden tools and junk that gets out of my garage. So if I can
Right,
build a
yeah.
little shed for her, get her junk out of my garage, I'll have a little bit more room.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's what Ken does with all of his junk wood. It's not junk. No, he's got wood over here.
Yeah, that's from last year.
No, it's died right there.
He just put that up there for a wall, but this is really some junky junk.
Yeah.
You can see it's just about 100% punk.
Yeah, there's some good stuff.
But
in
if he
there.
runs out, he'll burn it.
Yep.
This has been here for a year already.
Yeah. So that's good. Well, we're gonna go do some other work. So that's it for today, folks. You know what to do. Poke the buttons. We'll be back tomorrow. Another video just for you. Good night, Irene.